Hello and welcome to That's the Point, your hub for everything related to precision construction positioning. My name is Jonathan Stickle and I'm joined by my frequent on-screen wingman, Corey Meyer. Corey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Very
Glad
good.
to be a wingman.
Very good. So we've been taking a look at some common features and functions within FieldLink, sort of a fresh look at some of the core concepts. And today we want to talk about a basic concept that we've talked about in a previous episode, but not from a troubleshooting standpoint. Today we're talking about layout units within FieldLink.
Yeah, that's right. And Jonathan, here's the scenario. So everything's hunky-dory. You've been laying out for months without an issue with your tablet. One day your tablet gets a little sluggish, so you reinstall FieldLink, or maybe you get rid of the ghost folder. You go to layout, and bam, it's measuring everything in meters.
That metric system that we deal with so often here.
Yeah, it is our struggle here in the US. So as we see here on screen, right, like even if we look down here, we see this is exactly how it would show up and present itself. You go to layout, you can see that we're all in the metric system, and it's just not there. There's no way to change that. So now what? And this is the gotcha, is this is not a measure setting preference, right? The thing that most people do is they go up to measure, they go to their settings, they're like, I'll change, I'm trying to measure, I need to change my units. But you'll see there's no options in the measure settings actually for changing from metric over to feet or US feet or whatever we're trying to use. And that's because it's actually a project setting. So if we tap on more and we go to our projects, now when we go to settings, we will see that we come back to that familiar bottom bar of preferences like we had in that previous episode. We can select that, the first one, which is the units, and then we can select feet or any of the other different types of measurement units that we would want to use on a project.
And there's actually a new option as well. You can do survey feet now.
There is actually, yeah. That's actually been an often requested feature, and that is a new one since we made the previous video. You can actually select US survey feet, and then you're right there inside of the survey feet world as well. So
yeah, and I mean, I think the reason that this is a gotcha is because this is a preference that's actually persistent.
Yeah, exactly, and that's a great point. So when you change that, it's to that units preference. Even though you're changing it in the projects, it stays for every project after that until you change it or you delete that ghost folder or you reinstall. So it's a very persistent one. And that's why it's easy to forget sometimes, and that's why we thought it was a good idea to refresh this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Naturally, your building point representative is happy to help and lend a hand if you need additional assistance within your project settings and setups. So don't forget to smash that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the latest tips, tricks, and pointers. Corey, how'd I do? Any rust there?
No, man, you deserve an Emmy. How about that?
Appreciate that. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time on That's the Point.